three marvelous boys and a family, and my greatest pleasure now is getting us all together, and we do that maybe once a year or whatever. We're kids, grandkids, Linda and I, and we go somewhere where we can rent a home big enough for everybody, but in some spot where we want to be, and we just really enjoy that. We have two of our three boys living in Calgary, so Sunday dinners are terrific. We have one terrific lad whose family is in Montreal, and we have phone calls 3 or 4 times a week. So it's, you can see the closeness, and you can see the real pleasure that we have in seeing how well they do in their lives, and with their partners and with their kids and so on. So that, even though that's not dominating everything that I do and all the other things that I contribute to me it's perhaps the most precious. But the list of opportunities I've had, the Own the Podium project, and 25, 30 years earlier, the getting Canada's athletes ready for Montreal. The ball is around. You seem to spending all that time at university with university students, teaching and working with tremendous youngsters, building the Sport Medicine Centre, building the Olympic Oval, building the Faculty of Kinesiology, building Canada's Sports Hall of Fame are all major projects. What we're going to be building here at National Music Centre, and the programming and the people that we're involving, to me will be just one wonderful feeling once we get the new building up and I see the excitement of the staff and the people that are going to be running the programs, and kids coming into the building and the public coming in. And all, in my sense of order, I just say to myself, tick, that worked, that was good. I could tell you a lot of things that didn't work, right? But that one worked, and it was my time well spent. And someone says at the end, thank you. It's simple as that. Well done, thank you. And that's all that's required. I had just one quick anecdote about Alberta entrepreneurs. I spent a bit of time working with one of the grand old gentlemen of Alberta oil patch, Doc Seaman. And Doc and I were very close, and almost like a father-son relationship. I lost my father very early, and Doc helped me raise a lot of money for the Canadian Olympic Committee, and he sponsored projects at the Sport Medicine Centre. His money was the final money that made us capable of building the centre and so on. And he asked me to spend some time with him towards the end of his life. He was 80 years of age, and he wanted me to help him with some of his personal projects. And I was sitting and having coffee with him, and I said, Doc, why are you doing this? Like, you're involved with medical research, you're building an imaging center at the university, you've got cattle ranching in Hungary, you're starting oil and gas exploration in Australia, you're running all kinds of entrepreneurial projects here in Canada, and you're 80 some odd years old. And he's just in that very dry Saskatchewan. He said, Roger, when a man puts down his tools, he dies. And I thought, maybe I have to keep being active and being energized and so on, because it's really important that when you have energy and passion, you still should contribute to your family and to your community, and there's great pleasure in doing so. So I hope to do so for a great number of years.